Hi, it's Lyndon, and in this video I want to have a look at how to use a blues scale. Now, in my opinion, a blues scale is just the most fantastic thing for saxophones, especially if you're in a band of any kind, and even if you're not, just for jamming. Absolutely fantastic. Blues scales have been scientifically proven to be the coolest thing ever, and the reason for that is they pretty much play themselves. All you need to do is to go up and down the notes of a blues scale and you sound absolutely fantastic. And I want to have a look at a blues scale, and then I'm going to give you two sets of phrases which are going to sound absolutely fantastic, but really it's the general principle of how to use these phrases that I'm trying to share with you today. Before I dive into that, as they say, I want to say thank you to all of the fabulous people that have supported the making of these videos by buying us a coffee. It always makes Andrea, my wife, and I dance around the house with glee, which is really, really good fun. So thank you so much. And if you'd like to support these videos, then click on the link below. So the blues scale that I'm going to be working on is a blues scale in D for alto saxophone. The notes are going to be the same even if you're on a tenor saxophone, but the backing track would be in a different key, clearly. So the notes of a D blues scale are D, F, G, G sharp, A, C, D, and sounds like this. Coming down from there. And already sounds absolutely fantastic to my ear. It just sounds so cool. If I play that over a backing track, that's going to sound really nice if I just do it straight up and straight down. And the backing track that I've got here is from my favorite kind of apps to use for practice, which are the session band apps. And this is Soul, Jazz, Funk Volume 3. And this particular genre is laid back funk, and I've set it to a D minor 7 for alto saxophone. So I'm just going to go up and down the scale, have a listen to how beautiful that sounds, and then we'll think of some really cool ways to apply this. And I suggest that you do that 57,000 times up and down until you've really, really ingrained it. And even better, do it in 2 octaves up to palm key D, up and down. Do that straight as much as you possibly can until you've really got a sense of the notes and you can play it without thinking about it. That's going to help a lot. So how we would use this is to think of a really simple phrase using the blues scale. And I've got a couple of suggestions here for you. So the first phrase is just the blues scale descending with a little tag on the end, and it sounds like this. And all I'm doing there is descending down the blues scale with a little tag on the end. So I've got the notes are D, C, A, G sharp, G, F, D, C, D, and F. So just so simple. And then what I'm going to do, and this is the clever bit, is I'm going to repeat that phrase, but I won't put that last note on the end, and that will sound like this. So if I put those two phrases together without the backing track, you get this. And that gives a really lovely question and answer feel. So it kind of sounds conversational. Did you have a great time on holiday? Yes, I really did. The weather was fine. You can just kind of hear it musically. And if I put that to the backing track, that's going to sound really, really cool. Now, I could repeat and repeat and repeat that phrase. If I didn't do much more than that, it would still sound absolutely fantastic. It's banging, absolutely nails it. And it's because it's got this question and answer feel, and it sounds conversational or like you're telling a story. Then if I get very comfortable with these two phrases, and again, I'm not working too hard mentally because I'm just descending down the scale. So it's a really simple instruction that I'm giving myself. Descend down the scale, put a little tag on the end. Do that a couple of times. Second time, don't make quite such a long tag. That's all I'm thinking. And now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm just going to stretch out a little bit. But the notes that I'm going to are just the next note in the sequence. I'm really not doing anything too tricky, but it's going to sound, again, really, really, really nice. Just sounds amazing. Sounds really, really, really cool. And if I didn't do much more than that, that would be enough. That would be a really tasty solo because it makes sense. It's got gaps between the phrases to allow you to absorb what it is that the player has just said, in this case me. What I've just said with my saxophone gives you that moment to kind of think about it and process it. It sounds conversational. Make your solos like telling a story or having a conversation. So then I'm going to do exactly the same thing and think of another phrase to complement that first phrase. And because the phrase that I've just played uses some lower notes, I'm now going to use some mid-range or higher notes, and that will balance that out and complement what I've just played really, really well. So here's my next phrase, my next idea. And you can see the notes there up on the screen. Really, again, what I'm doing is I'm just using the same 4 notes. It's just a 4-note phrase. So simple. Second time round, just drop one of the notes. So if I apply that to the backing track, absolutely gorgeous, sounds fantastic, really, really good. So now I'm going to put those 2 phrases together. By the way, I've got a worksheet for you which I'm going to put at the end of the video, and you can take a screenshot of that if you want to work on this phrase. But really, you could start anywhere on the blues scale and do the same kind of thing. So now I'm going to put those 2 phrases together, and I'll work on the first one for a bit, and then I'll play the second idea, and then I'll go back to the first and then the second idea. It's going to sound so cool. Again, really, really, really nice. Just sounds gorgeous. Really works ever so well. And you wouldn't need more than those 2 ideas, although it'd be nice to have some more ideas and invent your own phrases. So I hope that's useful, and if I'm going to do it one more time, but this time I'm just going to stretch out a little bit. But it's these two core ideas that I've got in my mind, and I'm not doing anything, you know, very, very difficult. There's no magic notes or anything. I'm just using the next notes in the sequence. But I'll just stretch out slightly so you can hear, and I'm just trying to be playful and relaxed and spontaneous. That's all I'm doing. So nothing hard. Again, sounds really, really lovely. If I went busking or if I played that at a gig, that's a really sort of funky groove that anybody can relate to and really get into. They can hear what's going on in my mind as I'm working these two ideas, and moving between those ideas and developing those ideas is a much better soloing strategy than an idea and another idea and a new idea, never returning back to one of the first ideas. Think of music as a language, which it is. So I really hope that was useful to you. If it is, buy me a coffee. Please share my videos and all of the comments that you make on these videos. I really listen to them. I take them on board. If you've got any suggestions, thoughts, feedback, anything at all, chuck it in the comments below and I'll definitely take a look at them and respond. I aim to respond to all comments. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.